an air chamber. And this is a typical canvas air chamber. And what we have is I've got a piece of canvas. This is a latex. This would be the latex inner core of an air chamber. And this is the canvas cover. You can see it's a similar kind. These organic cotton canvas covers the bonded latex area. And I've seen other videos where a person was saying you sand off this canvas area and then try to bond the hole, and that's the wrong way to do it, and I want to show you here why. First off, if you take off this canvas area, once you pump the air chamber up, it's going to push out, similar to if you blow a seam. Another common thing can happen is you can blow a seam up the edge. The canvas can break, and then the latex area, which will be a darker color, this has a powder on it, but it can start to bubble up, and you'll end up with a big split up because your canvas is gone. So don't ever try to sand your canvas off. What you're going to do is we're going to take a little square and we're going to cut it off of our extra piece of canvas air chamber patch. And you can get a patch kit on our website, airbedpros.com. On the air chambers page, you'll see an air chamber patch, and you can get a 2x4 square. But what we're going to use for our little hole, there's one right here coming up. About right here, we marked it earlier. And what we're going to do is just patch that little hole, and I'm going to show you in just a second how to do it. Okay, I'm back and I've got my patch ready, and we're going to again use the Gorilla Glue that activates with moisture, and you'll see we've got a small square. For pinhole leaks, you really only need a piece about the size of your fingertip. You can get a large patch like this on our website, but what I recommend is just taking a little corner of it for a pinhole. Say you got a busted seam, you'll split this piece down the middle, glue the back of it, glue the canvas cover with the Gorilla Glue. What I recommend doing is taking a little bit of water on the tip of your finger and dot the spot where the hole is, just to get a little moisture there. Do not oversaturate the canvas, and then apply the Gorilla Glue where the moisture is over the spot, and then push the patch over the top and attach it. And you're just going to rub it in a circular motion, pushing the Gorilla Glue that's inside there out to the edge. And what we're going to do, it's going to be kind of messy, we're going to do it here in just a second, but that's going to be the process. Okay, I've brought it up really close, and it is kind of a little blurry. Okay, so we've marked our spot right here. We're going to put a dab of Gorilla Glue about the size of a pea. That's not very big, and you'll see it's right over our hole. And we're going to take, this is the latex area, and you got the canvas top. We're going to lay it right over the top of the hole and kind of lightly push it down. You're not trying to push the glue out past the edge. Don't worry about gluing the edge right now. Just going to get a good bond through the center. And what you're going to do is leave that sit there and let the moisture activate that Gorilla Glue. And we're going to do a time lapse. Once we get this part on there, and it'll stick and dry hard. This takes quite a while to dry. Don't touch it from here. Just lightly in a circle, you're just going to push the air out. And you can see how it's starting to come out the edge. It's starting to foam. You're just going to let it sit there and let it activate. So once this bonds, what we're going to do is come back again and glue around the edges. Okay, we got a close-up shot here, and what we're going to do is just lightly around the edge run a bead. Not going to touch it. Going to lightly run that bead around there. This is just to hold the edges down. There you go. And you're not going to touch it, you're just going to let it dry from here. And you're going to find that this is going to bond really hard and hold it airtight. Okay? And we're going to pump the air chamber up and show you how it works as soon as this all dries. But this is the process, and so we're going to come back here probably by tomorrow afternoon and see that it is drying and almost ready to be pumped back up. And this is a simple repair that you can do at home with Gorilla Glue and our canvas patch repair kit. Again, if you've blown a seam, that's another common thing to have happen is this seam, the canvas area can become weak. Sometimes you never want to introduce too much water to your mattress, to your air chamber, and some of the things people do is introduce water to clean up spills or something like that. Maybe you see some spotting from the gray foam pad, you'll see the foam break down and collect in little spots. The best thing to do with that is spray your air chamber down with a product called Tilex. If you're not bleach friendly, just use something that's bleach friendly. But I use Tilex, and it'll take anything that's discolored or dirty out of this canvas. So you lightly spray it, don't overspray it, it'll almost look dry. And then take a damp washcloth and simply wipe the canvas lightly, and you'll see it start to activate the cleaner, and let it dry and it'll be cleaned good as new. But never try to scrub or take anything that damages this canvas can cause a busted seam or a hole to develop in the lower latex area, so you never want to do that. Again, we're going to come back here in a little while and you'll see this patch has bonded and we're ready to pump it all up.